Afternoon, Jason. Thanks for taking the time to join us. Looking back on last week, 4-point weekend, couple of good wins, great performance from Storm, but it's been something that's been coming, right?
Yeah, we obviously we were struggling there for a while. It was important for us to come out last weekend and play well after struggling and losing. I think it was about 7 in a row. Some nights the effort was there, some nights it wasn't. So it was good for the team to actually put together a good solid weekend of 2 games of getting back to the way that we were capable of playing before we had that 7-game losing skid there. So, but it was good. It felt good to win some games again. And the attitudes have changed a bit in the locker room. You can see there's more jump to the guys now, and every team kind of battles through that during the season. And hopefully that was just our little bump in the road, and we get back to playing hockey the way we're able to.
Yeah, see, you talked there about the mood in the room and stuff, and the consensus across the changing room was that we were playing well, we just weren't getting the puck bounces, and that has been noticeable this week. That things, it's kind of like the monkeys off the back, right?
Yeah, exactly. It happens in every sport. That was just kind of our time to run through it. We had some opportunities, and the pucks were just hitting the post, or bounces just weren't going our way, or we'd have some chances, and then the other team would come down and be able to bury on theirs. It was just the way things were going at the time. But hopefully, like I said, we're out of that slump. I could tell in the locker room that there's a lot more jump in the guys now, and there's a lot more laughs and smiles, and that's always important.
So the news came out that Matt Ginn was going to be missing from the lineup again, and that saw you extend your deal into the end of the season. Obviously, you're happy to be remaining, and things have been going okay since then.
Yeah, of course. Coming over here and getting adjusted right away wasn't that difficult with the group of guys that we had in this room. So, for that month I was here playing, I really enjoyed it, and it was a hard choice, but it had to be made. We couldn't have that many imports, so it was either me sitting in the stands or just going back home, and that was the decision to send me back home. And it was kind of a funny story, because when I say we, me and my girlfriend, we were actually at the airport waiting for our flight. We had our bags all checked in and everything. So I got a phone call when we were sitting there waiting at the gate, and I thought it was just like an accidental dial, because I saw that it was the coach, and I looked at my watch. I'm like, hey, these guys are supposed to be playing right now, And sure enough, right after he called back, and then it told me the situation and what was going on. So it was the first time I've ever had to go to security and ask them, hey, I don't want to leave. So we had to get our bags back and everything come back. But I'm very thankful, because it was the time that I've been here. It's been great. We've been having a lot of fun, and it's always fun to play hockey, and it's something that I wanted to do, and come here and play and help the team as much as I can. And I'm just glad to be back for the rest of the year.
Yeah, because that's it was never actually announced that it was going to be your time to move on and depart, obviously, with the import level. So that's a bit of a breaking news for Storm fans, that it was a case. I remember the night we were away at Coventry, and the phones were ringing, and it was, where's Cash? Can we get him back from the airport? So and everyone's really glad to see you back here as well.
Thank you.
Moving on to this week, it sees us actually return back to where we were that night. So we're playing Coventry home and away. The performances from last week, they obviously give us something to build on, but what are we looking for in terms of the performance from the team? What are the aims?
Yeah, just something the same as last weekend. We during that losing skid, I don't think we scored the first goal at all during that time, and then we came out at home against Glasgow there, and we were able to get the first one, and it's always important in a hockey game. So we just got to get back to playing our style of hockey, and that's just getting pucks in and working hard and getting shots on the net. Eventually they're going to go in. Just during that time they weren't, but we were able to get some pucks in the net last weekend. So we just got to keep doing that, just keep working hard, and things like that get you out of slumps, and that's really all you can do. So as a team, we've handled it well. Like I said, we knew we were in a slump, and we just had to keep working hard to get out of it, and that's all we were doing. And last weekend was a big weekend for us, so we just got to keep carrying that over.
And finally, you mentioned, and I think it's only right that we talk about the unsung heroes sometimes, which are the girlfriends of yourself and the rest of the guys. And they make a lot of sacrifices. Like you say, you sat at an airport, you're expecting to be going home, and it's turn around, and it impacts them as well. But a little shout out to Chantal, your girlfriend. She's a pro tennis player. She's actually at a tournament in Turkey at the moment, isn't she?
Yeah, she's over there playing. So she's the weather hasn't been cooperating as well over there, so she was able to play one match, which she did win. So it's all new for me. I'm cheering for her, I'm rooting for her, and she played the other day. I think we were in the locker room watching on the phone a little bit, and a couple of guys also kind of came in and were watching her too. So I'm happy that she still gets the opportunity to play, and she does put all girlfriends do make a lot of sacrifices coming over and staying with their husbands, boyfriends, and whatnot. So so it's important for her to still able to do something that she enjoys doing and going over and playing in these tournaments. So I'm happy for her, and can't wait for her to get home.
Well, I'm sure on behalf of Manchester Storm and the fans as well, I'm sure we'll be rooting for Chantal over in Turkey.
Thank you.
Cash, thanks for your time. It's been great speaking. We'll speak again soon.
Yeah, guys, thanks.